Okay, it's recording now.
Okay.
So
I'll
in
just be on
this,
mute, okay?
yeah, in this training, what I want to go over is how to list build and do some personalization. So first thing is when we're list building, this is probably the most important part that I feel like that we've been getting wrong. So I think we really need to crack down and
Yeah, probably.
they just need to take their time a little more. I don't know if they're just guessing emails. I don't know what's going on, but I am willing to get Hunter as well, if that will help. Um, so list building can be done in a couple different ways. First, the main way is we want to find a pool of leads. So when we want to find the pool of leads, it's different for every client.
Matt, sorry, but you haven't shared your screen.
Okay, let me see. Oh, there we go. All right, should be coming in now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. So we want to get a pool of leads. So for every client, it's going to be a little different. Well, we'll go out and we'll help you guys search for different pools of leads. But basically, what we need to do is make sure that we're getting the right title of the people who we're actually putting on the sheet, because we're putting certain people on the sheet. We'll say VP of technology, and then they'll start getting VPs of finance, VPs of sales. But when we're only saying getting the VP of technology, because the VP of finance and the VP of marketing does something very different than the VP of technology. So the people we put on the sheet, we have to make sure that we stick to those people and stick to them only. So that's the first thing. The second thing, when we're list building, we need to separate the people from different titles. So if I give you a client that says, hey, let's go out and let's get VPs of technology, VPs of directors of technology, let's get the technology asset managers, let's get the infrastructure managers. We need to separate those people in different tabs. And the reason for that, besides just doing the different dates, the reason for that is because there's going to be different messaging that's going to go out to different titles. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so different titles, and then we need to segregate it, you mean?
Right. Yeah. Just segregate everything like that, like
Yeah.
the dates, everything.
Yeah. So
Even
all.
in here, look, I'm going to show
Mhm.
you, like when I go to the clients folder, and let's just
Okay.
say we go to Gaudium Capital, there's going to be a data folder. So inside of here, you know how inside of the sheet you were doing 816, 817, 818. Instead of that, I would rather you do is just duplicate the sheet, which is if you just right click, duplicate the sheet, make a copy. It'll make a copy. Then you just would delete all the data. For example, I would just put it here. Today is the 22nd. So you put 822. And then down here, so I would erase all this. And I think what this is going to do also is it's going to help us get the right titles by segregating it like this, because then there's no way that you can just go out and like they can go out and get any title that they want. And I feel like that's what's happening. If they can't find the right title, they're just going to put anybody on the sheet, where that's not good, because if we're sending a message out to somebody who's not the right title, number one, they're not going to be interested no matter what. Number two, since it doesn't resonate with them, they might hit the spam button, which makes our domains go bad. So down, and then so what we would do is down here, maybe we would do CEO, maybe we would do manager, then maybe we would do director of technology. This might be manager of technology. And what I'll try to do is I'll try to get as many titles as I can for you guys. Because sometimes they'll say manager of technology, but there's 8 different types of managers of technology titles that we might be able to go after. For example, there might be manager of info technology, um, infrastructure manager. That's a manager of technology, which is said in a different way because they still deal with technology. They're just the infrastructure manager. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then down here, so we'll just segregate it. And then the same thing, like when we go to like when you have another day, all we would do is then sorry, this is in the way. All we would do is the same thing. Then is like so. Then tomorrow we would just do here, make a copy, and then we will just, for an example, we'll say we'll open it up. This will be then 823. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
So yeah, yeah. And I would like to add as well that we really need to stick to the titles.
Yeah, very.
We need to
Yeah,
be, we are going to be specific with the list builders. We're going to be specific with the titles that we're going to give them, but they need to stick with those that we're giving.
right. Even I would rather them stick to those titles and run out fast, and then
Uh-huh.
that's just a problem that I would have to talk to the client about.
Okay.
But at least if it lasts 3 months, we're getting them really good results for 3 months. And they might say, okay, we want to do this product. Now we can go after these types of people. So at least if we're getting them good results for those 3 months, that's all I care about. And if we run out, I'll just let them know, like, hey, we ran out. I don't think we can run your campaign for another 3 months or 6 months. And then we could just use the same data. So,
Yes, correct.
so yeah, like sticking to the titles, that's very, very important. But I think segregating it like that inside of the sheet, I think that's really going to help because
Yeah,
now
yeah,
they
that's mhm.
now they're going to see like, okay, this is the CEO column. I can't add a CFO here. I can't
Okay.
add a CMO. So I think that's going to help.
Yeah. So
Um,
for checking as well, we can it's easy for us to check if the titles are correct since it's already segregated.
right. Yeah, I think it'll make it easier.
Yeah.
There are certain clients I know Crossville. I know it's harder to get data for them. I understand it's harder to get data for Crossville. All our other clients right now is pretty easy, but Crossville, I understand.
Actually, what I'm thinking is, just use the what's this the lead 411 and then have it personalized because even though they gave us or check the leads or I mean check the companies that Crossvale sent us. Remember on the sheet that they provided there were the names of the company.
Right.
Yeah, I want to check in lead 411 the contact persons that we need, and then by then once we have those from lead 411 they can personalize.
Yeah, and they
What do you
can
think?
they could do that. You could do that through LinkedIn as well. So it don't
Okay.
just have to be Lead 411. It could be LinkedIn as well to make it
But
easier.
I think yeah, they're not getting good results with LinkedIn as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Um. No. Well, I know why Ian isn't. He told me
Mm,
he was getting everybody. Like he was going after the yellow, red, and green. That's
mm-hmm,
why. So like 90, 80% of his leads aren't going to be good because
mm-hmm.
because of that.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So we need to yeah, note that as well.
but but yeah, there's other lead pools as well. Like eventually, if we get them good results through Lead 411 and Sales Navigator, now I can go out and I can get built with. Oh, it's the wrong website. I think it's the one below it. Oh, no, it's yeah, builtwith.com. If we go out through here, And now we can see like it shows like over a million companies here. So now we can really scale it up. And 152,000 are live websites.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, not everyone is going to be the perfect fit, but still, that gives us more than enough now to go after these guys, like all these companies, and they'll give us the full list. I would just have to go out and I think I'll probably have to buy it, but that's later on. That's only if they stay with us another month because I'm not going to buy this until we get results with Lead 411 and
Yeah,
Sales Navigator.
that's correct.
Um,
So we
so
can try first the lead 411 and just see
yeah,
if okay.
yeah, exactly. I think Lead 411 had how many? Like 11,000 contacts.
Yeah, 11,000.
Yeah, so that should be more than enough to get them 20, 30 appointments, honestly.
Yeah.
And they're only looking for 15 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's the first thing in list building. So just getting the right titles, doing different lead pools. So for an example, somebody like Gordium, like angel.co is a good one. Probably Crunchbase is a good one.
Crunchbase.
Yeah. So like there's different pools that we can go out besides just LinkedIn, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you in a second, the fast way
Okay.
to get things on LinkedIn, but they're going after tech companies. So this one has 31,000 tech companies that we can go after. Um, so it's all about finding the pools. What we'll do is every time we get a new client, you can go do your research. I'll do some research. We can just find the pools. So then we can give those pools of people to the, the VAs, and then they can go and find them. And then, like I said, they'll have Snove. I'll get Hunter for them, so they can between Snove and Hunter, they should be able to find the email.
Yeah, yeah, that's correct.
For verification, um, what are they doing for verification?
I think they're not doing anything.
uh,
That's
yeah.
okay.
So verification, we can use Snow for verification as well. If you go
Well, for
inside,
verification, I can help them. We have the tool, right?
yeah, you have that other tool as well
Yeah.
that you can always use for that. Sometimes
Yeah, we have
that
that paid tool for the email verification wherein we export the CS to
this
CSV files, right?
this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe they can even do it one by one and check. Let me see. I'm seeing, okay, maybe not. I thought we would be able to do it one by one, but this is more bulk. Oh, API.
Yeah, I'll just do the bulk like what I'm doing before. Once they have the leads ready within the day, since we have a different time zone. After they work, it's already gonna be morning here. Then
Yeah,
I can do the
sometimes this
verification.
one thing is sometimes this tool is a little strict, um, where there might be some good data in the gray section.
Yeah,
Um,
but mostly if there's a green, I mean mostly the red ones, it will show, right?
yeah, the red ones are bad.
Mm.
The gray ones
At
are
least we can get the
unknown.
average.
But
At least we're not getting a big a number of red ones,
yeah,
right?
so we
Because we
want
need to have just at
well
least 5%
we,
maximum for bounce rate.
yeah, we can only send the green ones.
Yeah, that's correct.
I think there was another one as well that I saved. Let me see. So we can verify through this tool to verification. I mean, I know this tool is good. Like if we only send the green ones, we'll definitely be under 5%. Like even snow, when the green ones only is it's a little higher, 6%, 7, but it's still not bad. Let me see. I think this was it. I think this one was pretty good too, and it was fairly cheap, where we could do 25,000 for $24. So
Well, at least the thing here is we are already providing the tools for them. It's just that they need to verify. I mean, they just need to get those valid ones only,
yeah, and this
right?
one, what's good with this one too, so as they're going, is they can check. So if
Mm-hmm.
I go out and I buy the credits, like I'll go out and I'll spend, the $23. They got 25,000 that they can do. That should be good for everybody right now. With this one, we
That's
can
good.
do the one by one. So if, like I'll do mine, it'll show you like check email, and so they know that they're getting the right ones as they're going. They don't have to wait till the end, which might be a good thing as well.
Yeah, that's good.
You see, it passed, status passed, mailbox exists, check. Now they could just say, okay, that one is good. So I think this will be another one. I'll get this one as well for them, and then they
Okay.
can
Yeah.
go because this might be a little bit better. So they could do it as they're going.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me show you. So for certain people, we can use just LinkedIn. Now, when we're building the list in LinkedIn, we have to be very specific. So let's just say search for leads. So let's just say um, we'll do it for Reliant. So Reliant, they're big in storage. Like, so storage engineer, manager, specialist. So like what you would do is you would take this list, and remember only the most 1,000. I probably would try to even get it under that. But you always want to click this as well, because this will ensure that they're at least in that position, years in current position. So that's important. Then you just want to do like title, one city. I mean, and let's just say that they wanted to go after healthcare. It's probably going to be very low. It's going to be hospital and healthcare. So what you do is you can build that list, and then inside Snow, so what they would have to do first before this happened is they would, I mean, how I would do it, honestly, I would probably run the list first. So I might do storage, Reliant, 821. You just would add the list. So it's adding, and then you would just go here, and then you just would click it, and then you would go up, and you would just find the thing. I always put 40 because that's as many pages as you can get. And then it's going to find the emails. But what happens sometimes is these lists aren't always perfect. So after the spreadsheet is created, you see it's being created now. Shouldn't take that long because there's only 11 contacts. Gotta give it a minute. Okay, so it's done. So then after the list is created, you would go back here. Okay, see here, there's only 2 good ones out of that list. So you would just download and export. I mean, even a better way, probably for you guys, especially since it's you're building lists that way, I would just go in here, see storage and visualization engineer. So this one would be good. You can just like click his link, and then you could just click here as well. And then you see it's good. And then you would just copy and paste his email and put all his information. Does that make sense?
Yes. Actually, what they can do is, you can also, um, what's this? Build the list first, and then once they hit like 100 lists already, so they can download it, and then,
Yeah,
yeah, so it
but
would be easier.
but one thing that's important is when they download it, they gotta clean it up,
Yep,
because
that's
not because sometimes in Sales Navigator people slip in here that aren't the right contacts.
mm-hmm.
So what they're gonna have to do is just go one by one and erase the people who aren't the right contacts.
Yes, that's correct.
So I can give you an example. Let me tell her. Hold on. So I'm gonna go to Grata data sheet, and so you can see in here some of these people with Grata, this list, you see how he don't want anybody under 11 employees. So for example, for this one, all you have to do is right click, and then if you do sort sheet, you'll see that all these would come in one column, and then all you would have to do is like they can erase them. So like you would just delete. So it's just really cleaning up the data. Then from here, you see this is the title section. So IT tech, that's good. But you see like president and MON, like this one isn't good. So I would delete it. President, he likes the president, so that's fine. Executive of Victim Systems, that's okay. He likes this one. But vice president of sales, not good. He can't do anything with that. Delete it. Sales manager, vice president, can't do anything with that. Delete it. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. Great. And sometimes when you do that, the A to Z, this column will go down somewhere. So you would just have to put it back up there. And then just delete this one. And with this, you don't even have to clean the list like this from Snove, because if you choose only the green ones, those ones are okay. So you don't even have to do an extra verification. And what's good too, now that you have it, we can personalize. So like, that would be first line, and do a PS line. So we'll just go to this one. I like going to their LinkedIn. All of them, that's what's great too. They're all going to have their LinkedIn. So you could just go right to LinkedIn, find something about them. He's a board member, got 27 plus experience, delivering proven results in various industries. So I would just say something like 27 plus years in industries, transform companies, 7 years, companies, transforming and rescuing, forming, IT department. So that's how I would do the first line. I mean, and what I like to do here, just to make it a little more clean, is I do this. I believe it's go to
It's like
format.
what you notice and why you notice, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, so you notice you have 27 years. Notice you have 27 plus years in various industries, transforming and rescuing companies who are underperforming in the IT department. Keep up the great work. So, so the PS is going to be something other specific. So, what I like to do in the PS is just name drop. So, if we go to his company, which is this, he's a board member, CEO. What I would do is CIO. So I would probably take this guy, Drew Lockhart, and just put this in there. And that's it. We do one more.
Yeah,
So
it's just easy. They just need to copy.
yeah, for the
Nothing but
PS is the PS, we want to find somebody who's either equal to them or above them.
okay.
Um, so even if it's a VP of sales, I mean, even if he's the CEO and they only have a VP, it's fine to put the VP in there.
As long as it also work in the company, right?
Well, we want to be at least VP level and up.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So, but with this, you saw how I created this. I took also from what he wrote in his profile, and I just created my own wording around that. So, like he said in his profile, he's a transformational CIO, IT executive with 27 years experience, delivering proven results in various industries, including telecommunications, finance, blah, blah, blah. He's recognized for rescuing underperforming IT organizations. So he's known for that. So we want to notice that because that's something that's very impressive. So we noticed it because it's very impressive. So I noticed that, I noticed that you have 27 years experience in various industries, transforming and rescuing companies who are underperforming in the IT department. Keep up the great work. So like that, off of the paragraph he wrote, I didn't copy it word for word. That's what I noticed a lot of people doing. Like they would write like Joseph's a transformational CIO in this section. We're not doing that. We're writing this to Joseph. So we don't want to talk in third person. Uh, we want to say like that I noticed that you have 27 plus years experience in various industries, transforming and rescuing companies who are underperforming in the IT department. And that's exactly what I got from this. So let me do
Yeah,
another one.
something noticeable.
Yeah, so it's very noticeable. And if he doesn't have anything noticeable on his LinkedIn profile, you could check his Facebook. You could check, there's many ways. So the other way I would go about it, let's say he didn't have anything here, we can always go here. You can go to Google and just put in his name in Google, and a bunch of things are going to pop up. So he has something here on HMG strategy that you can find things on. Zoom info, my life. Sometimes you'll even see their Facebook or their Twitter, where you can find certain things as well. So if just doing a simple Google search, you'll be able to find certain things as well besides just LinkedIn. If all that fails and you still can't find anything, the next step is to just go to their website. So I would just go to their website, like now we can make it about the company. If there's absolute, like that's the last thing. If there's nothing we can find about them, now we can go about their company. Number one, they might have something about them, which they do. These guys do because they're the board of directors. So they probably have some good stuff about them on the website. Maybe not here. But I would probably go to the who we are. And you could find something in here like I noticed you
So
guys. uh,
basically, we can really find something about them, right?
yeah, the first step
There
is
are a lot
finding
of
something about them. The second step, if you can't find it, the company.
yeah.
So you could just say, like, I noticed that you guys are really helping um, different companies promote and grow their development of a diverse skill of technology pipeline. Um, seems like you guys are really helping uh, business education and governments do that. Great job. Like, and I got that from this first paragraph here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna do one more just so you got
Okay.
get an idea. So let's just go to Xavier. Let's open it up. LinkedIn. He's the president. About, let's see. I like to see what this is. Let's see what this is. Okay, so I don't think that's to do with this company. Okay, it is this company. All right, so he found Xavier Inuk is the global president of Amy's Kitchen. It's found 28 years ago. Amy's Kitchen is the world leader in production of natural and organic convenience foods. See, so you can see he doesn't have much about him. He has a lot more about his company. So the next step I would do is just go to over here to Google. Oh, I think that's Joseph. Not. So you can see he was on uh, Bloomberg News. Oh, Okay, so he wasn't actually in the news. So you can see here, he was 2 years ago, 2017. It says he was the new president of Amy's Foods. So, and this is on a big website. So Cision is pretty big. So I would say a point is there to oversee global operations. As a global president, he is reported directly company founders Andy and will work closely with them to build upon the rest. So with something with him, I would just come back here, say notice. Congrats on 2 successful years on working with Amy's Foods. Congrats on 2 successful years. Becoming the, I would say, the president of operation with Amy's Foods. Read the article Incision. What was the Incision article? And it seems like you, Amy, and what was the other guy's name? Oh, you, Andy, and Rachel. You, Andy, and Rachel doing some amazing things. And then I just like to do this. Just for me, it just looks better. And format, text wrapping, wrap. And then, for example, for this is the same thing where we're just going to name drop. So if we go to Amy's Kitchen, just go up. You want to go to their company page. You could see all 90. Go to filters. I'll just go to seniority level. I'll just go to owner. And then Andrew Berliner. And then in this section, I will just write Andrew Berliner. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Great. So you got like a good idea of how to do this now?
Mhm. Yeah.
So I see it's doing a little bit of research, reading. It's not just copying word for word. For in certain cases you can, but when you're like telling the VAs how to do it, don't like
Mhm.
because what I noticed where the biggest mistake is, they'll just go to the profile
And
and
copy. So they need to be creative.
not just creative. I mean, they can copy it, but make sure that it's not in third person. Because they'll say like they'll just copy and paste. Well, they'll say Xavier Unlik was the president in 2017. Great job. But we're writing to Xavier, so we can't say that Xavier. We can't write. We can't write that soon. And I see that that's the biggest mistake. But as well as well as being creative. Like if they could be a little creative, that's even better. But I know sometimes not everybody can do that. Um, but but it's really just writing something that they'll notice and only they'll notice, and you're able to congratulate them on, and like, or say something like, if they had a blog article, if they wrote a blog article, they were in a newspaper, a press release, they made a video, a newspaper or something, you can always do those things. Awards are good. And another thing you can look for, if you go to LinkedIn, you can go down here. Let's go back to Xavier. So we go here. If you go down, what's really good about LinkedIn is you see here his skills and endorsements, depending on the product. So if we're doing something for Gordian Capital, they're big on business development. So I would go here, like you can see like business planning. And you could say something about all the recommendations they got. Like like I've noticed you got 43 recommendations for business planning. That's great job. Uh, Lawrence Levinson really had some great things to say about you. You see, because he said something down here. So that's just another place that you can look for things. Like you can say like Lawrence Levinson gave you a great recommendation, and he's saying how you're one of the most charismatic leaders out there. I think that's super inspiring. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they also need to take note that what we're doing this just to make sure that we are not just randomly sending them messages, but we are reading the information about them, right?
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So when we're reaching out, we want people to know we did some research.
Yeah,
So
it's not just automation that we're doing, but we
eh,
are doing a research about them.
exactly. Like I know you get it, but it's just like relaying that message to them is where it needs to
Yeah.
come in. Like they just need to understand that as well. That we're sending them a message because we want them to be like, okay, this is not just an automated message. So this is
Yeah.
about me. And then we'll go into like the value proposition of what our client offers, and then a call to action saying, hey, how about let's set up a time to discuss some ideas, on Tuesday at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's correct.
So yeah, no, I think this is great. I think you understand it now. Like, so that's what it's gonna be for now. I'm gonna try to figure a way to make this a little easier as well. But for now, I think if we just do this alone, and we could do this 300 times a day, I know all of our clients will get appointments. They'll convert so much better than what it is right now. Not
Yeah.
only that, because the titles will be correct, we're focused, they'll be segmented out because we can write different messages to different titles. And then we'll have that specific example in there. And that's also what I want to do for the in-mails as well. So the video I send you on the in-mails? So an example, we were sending this guy, Xavier, an in-mail. We would just say the same thing. But so what I would do is I would give you the rest of the message that you can just copy and paste. But that first line, you would just write that in there as well. And do you have any other questions?
Yeah, so for the in-mails, it's not just like the Meet Leonard wherein we'll just click the uh, templates,
No, this
right?
one, it'll be,
There's one even to be
so
personalized. Yeah.
yes, you watched the video I sent you?
What
The
I
Loom
haven't.
video. So like when you build a list, so let's just say we built this list and it's really
Okay.
targeted. What you
Mm-hmm.
would do is you would go here, everybody that has an open profile or they have this gold thing, we're able to send them an in-mail. So all you would have to do is just go here, click message, and
Mm-hmm.
and then you would just go in and write a quick question. You could just
Mm-hmm.
copy and paste the rest of the message, and then all you have to do is add that first line.
Okay.
So and just do that 30 times a day. But of course, make sure they're the right contact before you do that.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing. It's
Yeah.
just doing it as manual way. We, I'm not expecting as much, like 100. I think 50 a day for this manual is good, and I know it'll convert. If we're doing it every single day, we'll definitely get meetings like that as well.
Mm-hmm. How many emails a day per client? 30, 50,
50. Like
50.
some clients will be probably be 30, but everyone will be a little
30.
bit different.
Okay.
I would say I would try to get as close to 50 as you can. Like 50,
Mm-hmm.
52, 48, 47, 53.
Mm-hmm.
Just do like a different amount every day. It'll be good.
Okay.
And then everything else will be the same. Link is the same. You know how to do that. You
Mm-hmm.
have the messaging and things in there. Uh, and yeah, and then that's pretty much it.
Okay. Sure.
So then tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll go over more in depth the LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm.
on exactly how to do that, which is very going to be very similar today because it's really going to come down to that personalization.
Okay.
Um, and we'll also uh, go over. We're going to do the LinkedIn, and then we'll go after like responding and adding the people to and filling out the tracking sheets and things like that. I know you know how to do that, but I just want to create that training so they can see how to do that as well.
Okay. Sure.
But this will be separate. So the list building and the personalization, one person will be doing that, and then
Mm-hmm.
we'll have somebody doing the LinkedIn and the tracking and things like that.
Yeah. Okay. Noted.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, so I'll send this video to you too as well,
Okay.
so we can send it to them
Mm-hmm.
as soon as it finishes downloading.
Okay. Sure.
All right.
We'll have another training tomorrow.
Yep.
Link.
Same time on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's all.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.